Now then, guys and girls. Someone said to me the other day, Jimmy, when are you going to get married? I said, me get married? There's more chance of George Best appearing in Desmond's. How's about that then? Now then, next on Top of the Pops, a big hit for the Pet Shop Boys. But here's the original, the Village People with the most versatile song of all time.
Shit, and you know you are your shit, and you know you are your shit, and you've got no fans, your shit, and you've got no fans, your shit, and you're going down your shit, and you're going down your spit, and Bob Carroll, geez, your spit, and Bob Carroll, geez, snore bits. Bernie Winter's got straw bits. Bernie Winter's got this kit. Isn't very nice. You're grit and you're good on ice. You're hit like a Palace fan. Ian Ritz has a format ban. You're shit and you won for.
Managers can only watch and wait and hope. Come on, Giggsy!
Stevie, go and get the ball!
This is almost fantasy football.
Camera team, let's look at the next thing.
Welcome to Fantasy Football League.
Now, this week we recreate an England win under Graham Taylor. Now, honest.
And we'll be saying a big hello to Sammy Lee.
Hello, I'm Sammy Lee.
Hello! But first, a few things we noticed from watching football this week. Now, they say that Trevor Francis has a very close relationship with his players, but it was a bit embarrassing at Hillsborough on Monday night when Mrs. Francis turned up unexpectedly.
And we were very pleased to see evidence that Paul Merson was back in action this week. Was it Paul Merson or was it Shadow from Gladiator?
Oh, it could be either one. Honestly, Paul, that's the last time we ever do a cocaine joke about you. Good to see you back, bless you. Anyway, we're also pleased to see that John Motson's commentary is as accurate as ever.
Two teams who like to play the ball to feet here today.
Any feet will do.
Yeah. And Wolves defender John de Wolf is starting to show the strain of playing under Graham Taylor. Takes it out of you then, doesn't it?
No, that's
playing him out of position and everything.
2 Graham Taylor jokes in about 45 seconds. It's like the old days, isn't it? Fantastic. Now listen, we've got a marvellous clip here from Brazilian football featuring Serginho, the coach of Santos, having a slight difference of opinion with the director of an opposing team. Now here's Serginho in the white hat. There's the director. Oh, that's the way to keep him in that
place. He didn't flinch though, did he?
It's a meaning to Brazil, not.
Now, it's been a long time since the Queen visited any big games here, but in Mexico, the head of state has got a very good relationship with football fans, as you can see. Stato, mate, you look great. You look fantastic. Could you just say, and cue the music for me?
And cue the music.
Brilliant. Like Mansfield. Now, your Jimmy Savile impression was just state of the art.
Oh, that was Jimmy Savile, wasn't it?
I think it was.
I thought Lord Longford had finally got her out. Oh, we got 2 claps and one went, oh. No.
I think there's an element of Andy Warhol to it.
It's all there, really. But I like it.
You've been working on it, Stato, your Jimmy Savile impression?
Oh, I was always a big fan of Jimmy Savile, actually.
Were you?
Yeah.
Tell us more about that. How did it manifest itself, this obsession?
Well, I don't know, I thought Jim Will Fix It, and I'm sure a lot of people agreed, was a great programme.
No, it's fabulous.
Did you ever write Jim Will Fix It?
I didn't actually,
no.
no.
Of course, well, he probably couldn't have, in your case. But it would have been worth a try.
Would have been so much to write to him about, wouldn't there?
Anyway, there hasn't been much Premier League football this week, has there? So you've been a bit short of details.
Haven't been many goals either. It's been FA Cup week. So I think it's time to look at my all-star fantasy football league team. FA Cup week, so no change at the top, with Alan Hansen still leading Patsy Kensett. And so as we approach our midwinter break, I'm indulging myself with a Fantasy League all-star team. David James, controversially purchased for Alan Hansen by Ray Stubbs, is the leading keeper with 20 points. Steve Staunton, at the heart of so much Villa play, is the top defender. And with 26 points, Russell Grant, leading man. Only one contender for midfield maestro. Matt Letizier has amassed 21 points for title favourite Patsy Kensett. Acknowledged as the country's #1 striker, Alan Shearer's preeminence is confirmed by my statistics. 27 points for Patsy from Blackburn's deadly demon. So here is my all-star 11. Not bad for £37 million of anyone's money, their cost at auction back in December.
Can you believe this? Yet another witness of the Cantona incident telling their story.
It makes you sick, doesn't it? See what's on the telly.
Well, we live in South London, just round the corner from Sellers Park, and, it's a bit rough round there, but, well, we'd never seen anything like that before.
But how do you think the Manchester United fans felt about it?
No, we are Manchester United fans. Well, I mean, a big, hairy, muscular man throwing himself at us like that. It was terrible. Well, not terrible.
Well, I mean, he just came running straight at us, I mean, I could see he was going to make contact. Obviously, it was our Nathan I was worried about, The worst thing was his face. His face was terrifying.
Do you think Cantona should be banned for life?
Cantona? No, I was talking about this.
And Dowie has put his team ahead.
God, that Cantona thing's going to run and run, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, you know what else is going to run and run, don't you?
The cup goes north. It is much better than going May West.
Can the cup go May West? At all?
Oh, it was at the doorbell. How do I do that, That's 8 weeks on. Oh, my God. Dick Emery once more. Hey, it's Delia Smith and Michael Grade. Delia. How are you, Michael? Can we leave you at your coach? Hello, Michael.
Hello, very nice to see you. Delia, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Michael, it's your first time on the show.
Making my debut, yes.
And I think the first cigar we've had on the show, so thanks for that.
A pleasure.
I feel power in the room straight away.
Yeah.
It's good.
Now, you are, of course, Chief Executive of Channel 4. Mm-hmm. So what's going to happen in Brookside, then?
We're going to bury Stato.
How dare you? How dare you? No, our main interest in Channel 4... Oh, Stato, Stato's doing an impression of you now.
It's a frightening symbolic. Another 10 years and that could...
We used to be the channel with the weirdos and the freaks.
That's true, yeah, we've taken over now. The word can't compete with this, Mike.
Not at all. Not at all.
We wouldn't get Stato drinking his own vomit.
It certainly smells like it.
We could one week, just to see what it would be like.
So yeah, but
you could drink our vomit. No, anyway.
Sorry,
carry on.
Your channel is the one that brought Italian football to our screens, first of all. That's been a big hit. Do you watch that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I love it. coming from the Ensley League, as I do, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's a change.
Yeah.
It's a change. And I'm not emotionally involved with any of the teams, so I'm able to get through the afternoon without getting into a state of clinical depression.
Yeah.
Being a Charlton Athletic supporter, you understand.
And they don't play in Italy, hardly ever.
No, not really.
No, we were in the Anglo-Italian Cup once.
Thank God for the Anglo-Italian Cup.
We drew Millwall, I think. We got knocked out in the first round.
Well, you got knocked out.
Yeah, we got knocked out.
I thought you got knocked out by Millwall fans.
And I was in the crowd.
Yeah, the thing about Italian football, I don't know whether anyone agrees, because you went to see Norwich Inter Milan.
I did, yeah.
And that must have been a marvellous experience.
It was a great experience, except for, Bergkamp doing that 90-minuter. That really killed it, but it was lovely. It was lovely being there, and it was...
Well, the atmosphere is great stuff, but I think, and I could, shoot me down in flames if you like, but it's a bit of a myth about Italian football, because I think sometimes it's just a bit dull. Sometimes I am tempted to switch over and watch the Ensley League, because...
it's not that dull, is it?
It's not that dull, possibly, but I think it's a bit of a... you're told it's really great technically, but actually it's very often not... It's nothing like as exciting as an English game. Am I wrong about that?
Turn over and watch Bonanza, but not the Ensley League.
Yeah.
To a Chelsea fan and a West Brom, what gives you the right to make comments like that?
Have we got a lot of Italians here?
Surely I've got the right to watch Bonanza when I want to.
One thing you can't knock is their success in club competitions in Europe over the last few years. It's been absolutely unbelievable. And they've got strength in depth. Maybe, sure, it might not have the excitement of some of the
is this show edited?
games, but...
Is this show edited?
I don't know. I just thought that once Michael Landon died, it was never the same.
Sorry, I think we played quite well, though. I mean, that Norwich match, I think we actually did play better than they played.
No, I think you did.
I mean, we didn't have that £10 million player to run up at the last minute and score, but I think we played better than they did. Don't you?
Norwich put up a sterling effort. I mean, earlier in the competition they'd beaten Bayern Munich, which was one of the
not
great
unlike
results.
Mike Walker as well, actually.
Did Norwich take many to Milan?
I don't know how many went, but there were quite a lot. And I can remember in the hotel...
How many came back is more important.
I can remember in the hotel, yes, in the morning being woken up, about sort of 4 a.m. by On the Ball City. Have you ever heard On the Ball City?
On the Ball City?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't.
You haven't heard?
Would you like to give us a rendition?
I'll try. My husband's in the audience. Would he help me?
Go for it.
On the Ball City, never mind the danger. Steady on, now's your chance. Hooray, we've scored a goal.
It is different now, Italian football, because, in England we see a lot of things like, the tackle from behind and the use of the elbow, but apparently in Italy there are cynical defenders who specialise in very loud shouting.
The player who shouted did actually get sent off as well.
Really? He was sent off for shouting.
The ref may have been a member of the Noise Abatement Society.
Or a Norwich fan who wasn't used to that sort of shouting. No offence, but they're a good crowd. Do you get to the Valley?
I'm season ticket holder with my son who's here. We go all the home matches. We're playing you on Sunday.
You've got a rosette,
we are,
but you're sort of hiding it.
Not at all. I'm sort of half in and half out the Charlton closet. No, I
know what you mean.
We're playing you on Sunday. We have not won on live television, Charlton, since 1947, since we won the Cup.
Surely live television didn't exist in 1947.
It was the only television that existed. There was no tape in those days.
So you're arguing with the TV exec now, you're
Someday will change all that, though.
Yeah.
3 points.
Yeah.
How do you do a deal like the Italian thing? Does someone come to you from the sports department of Channel 4 and say, look, we want Italian football, and you say yes or no?
The truthful story of that was that I came in one day and I said, when Gascoigne signed for Lazio, and I said, I'll tell you, it would be a great event if we just cover Gazza's first match for Lazio. Just do it live, I think there'd be a lot of interest in it. And then the head of sport at the channel, who's an American, Mike Miller, said, why don't we see if we can get the Serie A? And it sort of went from there. But it started just with the idea of covering Gazza's first match.
You didn't know it was going to be his last match, then?
It's the only match he didn't get injured in, I think, was his first one. But I mean, I haven't paid for an Italian meal in London since we imported the football onto Channel 4. Ah, Mr. Gray, wow, Canale, please sit down. Oh, you're the best. Wonderful.
So when you got the sumo on, do you get free Japanese? You didn't have to deal with any sort of... Because you always... I mean, it's probably terribly unfair of me, but you always have a view of sort of the Italians as having sort of mafiosi in the background that you have to go and do terrible deals with.
No, it's pretty straightforward. I don't think we've signed the contract yet, but it all works. There's no problems with it.
Because you don't want to be seen hanging around with any shady characters.
Not if I can avoid it.
Do you know, by the way, that there's a nun in Italy who's a football commentator, which brings up a subject which is a slightly delicate one, but one which is interesting, not often touched on. We're here with, you're a Catholic, we're two Jews. Stato's obviously a Mormon. If you take out the second M, obviously.
How many M's in that?
Yeah. But I come from a Catholic household. I remember watching the 71 Cup final, and we were all supporting, because you pick a team for the Cup final you're going to support for that game.
You do if you're a West Brom fan.
Yeah, you have to, yeah. So we were supporting, thanks, not like Charlton.
Have you won the Cup since the war?
Yes, we won it in 54 and 68.
Just checking.
So, a Catholic family, we were supporting Liverpool because they had this bloke, Alan Evans, at centre forward, and we liked him because he'd been glassed in a Wolverhampton nightclub and had 60 stitches in his face, so we probably thought he was probably a good bloke. And so we were back in Liverpool, but then Eddie Kelly came on for Arsenal in the second half, and he did this. We've got this, I remember him doing this. Here's Eddie Kelly. And he crossed himself, and we then started supporting Arsenal. And had a bit of a collection, actually, at the end of the game. That's how they bought John Jensen. We didn't...
there haven't been that many great Jewish
Not all
players,
the collection was accounted for, I should point out.
Of course, the club that we're meant to support as Jews is Tottenham, which neither of us do. But if you hang around any length of time at Tottenham, it does have an effect on you. Look at this. This is Neil Ruddock, and
he was at Tottenham.
He was at Tottenham, and that's a very Jewish expression, I reckon. And here's Gary Lineker, another Jewish expression. And of course, Ricardo Villa. And the rest of the 1981 Tottenham squad.
Training sessions are so much more.
You can answer the letters.
Yeah, I will do. First in Yiddish. Oh. Anyway, Channel 4, as we know, have got Italian football. The BBC and Sky have got Premiership football. You know what that leaves, don't you?
So, Burnley versus Swindon. Now, what a great game this was.
Terrible news. I've just heard we're not allowed to show the Ensley League anymore. It's GM Vauxhall Conference from now on.
So, Martha Tidwell versus Stalybridge. Now, this is the one you've been waiting for.
No, we're not allowed to show non-league football, neither.
Live and exclusive on ITV. Some blokes kicking about in a park, but blokes who at school were quite good, the ones who didn't quite...
No park football, neither.
No park. So, oh dear, look at him coming down this wing now. It's going well, it's going well.
Oh, say. I was just larking about. Of course, we've still got a bleeding Ensley League.
Jimmy. So, back to Turf Moor.
But you know, Saint, I've been thinking. If we had the Premiership, diddle 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 dum, we could speak to Fergie and Dalglish, but there would be nice things too.
We needn't go to Millwall.
God who made Newcastle and West Ham, don't make me watch Luton Sunderland.
I'd admit that Ricky Otto's crap.
Saint.
If we had the Premiership.
clapping? What are you clapping for? Don't clap.
Oh, I was clapping myself then in a horrible chimpanzee sort of moment.
Yeah. So, Michael, let's have a look at your team. There it is.
Canale Quattro. You a Susie Quattro fan, Michael?
Yes.
Good.
Excellent.
Those leather jumpsuits, they were fantastic, weren't they? You a Susie Quattro fan?
Can the can, I thought.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Delia likes Can the Can as well. Any others, Stato? I don't know that one.
Derogate Drive, is that one?
Derek Gate Drive?
Yeah.
Remember Derek Gate,
Of
right?
course.
48 times, is that Susie Quattro?
Anyway, Michael, let's get back. Michael's team. How are you doing in the league, Michael?
Mid-table. Mid-table. We've got problems up front. We're not scoring enough goals. We're quite good at the back. Got a good goalkeeper, Lukic, but we're struggling at what we should have done. I realised in the auction, I should have just spent 20 million quid on Shearer, and then picked up the remaining players for free at the end. That's what I should have done.
I notice you've got a few players in your side who've experimented with the goatee beards now and again, which has become a bit of a fashion in
football.
It's
a rabbinical tendency.
Yeah, well, some of them look very trendy, I think, and some people, they just look a bit stupid. We've got some of your... you've got Howie, he looks good, I think, with the beard. Keane looked good.
Yes.
And, who's this?
Blimey, that Coventry away kit's not what it's Delia, let's have a look at your team. Not doing as well as it was, really.
No, but you've sort of shadowed Norwich, really, because the last time you were on, you were doing great, and we thought, you know, you were going to go to the top of the league, and then suddenly...
Here we are at the bottom. Well, if you don't mind me using a culinary term here, I think our defence is a bit like a sieve. I think our strikers are all right, but the defence, looking down the points here, is...
You've got Brighton Ferdinand, haven't you?
Yeah.
Up front.
Yeah, and they've done well.
Yeah.
I think it's the midfield, though, Delia. You just scored no points in the midfield at all. Phillips, Palmer and Impey haven't managed a point between them.
No.
Colton Palmer hasn't got a point.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
Fancy.
We've got a clip of Les Ferdinand here, being interviewed. Now, isn't it always the way, whenever you see players all over the world being interviewed, there's always some tosser standing behind them making a stupid face. Have you noticed that?
I've never noticed that.
And now it's time for Phoenix from the Flames in Europe. This week, the best footballer in England.
So, what are we doing this week then?
I'll tell you when Dennis Wise turns up.
Oh. He's not coming by taxi, is he?
I don't want you upsetting Dennis. He's captain of my team. I love him.
Love him? No, he's a funny looking little bloke, isn't he? Doesn't he sort of look like this?
No, he looks more like sort of Tom Cruise, I think.
Tom Cruise is in cockle. All right, Dennis, how are you? Nice to see you.
Hello, Dennis. I'm really pleased to meet you. Look, we're here to recreate one of your goals. Let me give you a clue. You're in like lightning at the far post. You drag down that ball like it was stuck to your foot. You knock it this way, then that way, and then, bang, the goalie never saw it.
It's won by Pallister. And Wise. Has it gone? Yes, it has.
Yeah, it was a bit special, that goal.
Do you ever find you get the word special mixed up with the word shite?
I heard you had to go to a shite school.
Dennis, I do apologise. What do you remember about that game against Turkey?
Well, obviously, I was very proud to wear the 3 lions on my chest, and the Turkish players, they were very proud to wear the Rubik Cube on theirs.
Of course, you'll just go over an injury, hadn't you? Was that a problem for you?
Well, you know what doctors are like.
I don't see what Leslie Phillips has got to do with it.
He's the one that was looking after us. It was fantastic playing in Ataturk Stadium in Izmir. It holds 120,000.
Must have been great playing in front of such a big crowd.
All right, let's do it. I'll be Stuart Pearce, who took the free kick. Frank, you be Gary Pannister, who nodded it across the Turkish goal. Okay. We need someone to be the Turkish goalie.
I know, my agent, Eric Hall.
All right, and you be Dennis Wise.
OK, play Barry Davis.
The kick has been given, which Stuart Pearce can take. And it's won by Pallister. And Wise. Has it gone? Yes, it has. The kick has been given, which Stuart Pearce can take. And it's won by Pallister. And Wise. Has it gone? Yes, it has.
Yes! Well done, Dennis. I don't think we've ever had a more accurate recreation.
Oh, rubbish. Look, you be Gary Pallister, I'll be Dennis Wise.
The kick has been given, which Stuart Pearce can take. And it's won by Pallister.
Boy, oh, Wise.
Has it gone? Yes, it has.
All right, my old son, I'll send you short of bread roll. Gone crazy.
Yeah, about time.
Of course, he never got over the death of Eric Morecambe. Anyway, look, thanks a lot for coming. Thanks, Delia. Thanks, Michael. You've been splendid.
Thank you. Next week there won't actually be any guests because we got mentioned in Time magazine this week. There it is. So we're off to America to seek our fortune.
Can I come?
Yeah, I think you can. I don't think we could get our fortune without Stato, could we?
No, not dressed like that, though,
No.
preferably. Yeah. But yeah, well, we're back on the air on the 24th of March. And do you want to come with us? Do you
Love to, yes.
Because we'll need
Great.
someone that can deal with television and stuff.
Sure.
And obviously we've got to eat.
Yeah.
So that'd be perfect.
Who's going to look after the flat while we're away?
Well, this could be the answer. Who knows?
Hello, Jeff.
How are you? What a diabolical liberty.
Jeff, can you look after the flat while we're away?
Yeah, certainly. I'll look after it for you.
Excellent. Jeff Astle, ladies and gentlemen.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in the city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. My little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New